Namaste. My name is Lacey, and I invite you to join me in this practice today. As always, I ask that you always honor your body, your energy level, and any limitations you may be feeling. At any time, please feel free to pause the video or just take a break. I offer several modifications, but ultimately, I want this practice to suit you best. So if you'd like to challenge yourself mindfully, please do so. But otherwise, if you're not feeling up to certain postures or poses that I offer you today, please feel free to make this practice your own, however that may be. With that, we'll be seated in our chair, opening with a gentle breath practice, a slow, deep breathing. And I like to have my feet grounded, if you will, into the floor. If you need a cushion or something else to place, like a blanket underneath your feet so you can feel that grounding, please do so. Your hips are pressing down into your chair seat, and your shoulders are coming down away from your ears. Release your jaw, relax any tension you may be holding in your face, and feel your spine rising tall with this perfect posture in the chair, feeling your crown rising toward the ceiling. Now in a breath practice, I like to close my eyes and really focus on the deep breaths. I like to place my hands on my low belly so I can feel as I inhale and exhale through the nose, that I can feel the movement of my belly moving out on the inhale and pulling back on the exhale. And as I do that, I can really feel the engagement of my core muscles. All the while, my spine is keeping that tall, lifted position. And so with this breath practice, I call it 4-4-4. Thinking of a box or a square with equal lengths of sides, I want us to focus on a breath practice that matches that in a sense. I will be counting 4 seconds for each side, if you will. Now, with each breath, thinking of that square, one side will be an inhale, one side will be a holding of that breath, one side is an exhale, and then the last side is holding of that empty space, if you will. And I will be counting for 4 seconds. If that is too long for you, please match what works best for you, whether it's a slower count, whether it's a longer count. And also, we'll be doing this for 4 rounds. So the 4-4-4, make it your own. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm doing, but let's explore some deep, slow breathing. With that, hands on your low belly or just resting in your lap. Once again, shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to begin with an exhale, pulling the belly back. And then let's begin with an inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently exhale, belly back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that space. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just like that, continuing on. Inhale, belly full. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale smoothly. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now hold that space. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Continuing on. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty space. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Mind your shoulders. Are they down away from your ears? Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale gently. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your breath. Return to your normal rhythm of breath. Notice how you feel Maybe you need to, once again, relax that jaw. Move the chin around a little side to side. And then gently blinking your eyes, opening. Noticing how you feel. Maybe you'd like to tip the chin shoulder to shoulder. Give a little stretch in your neck after that breath practice. Noticing how you feel. And in today's practice, I invite you to get a block, actually 2 blocks or 2 firm cushions if you have them. Those would work as well. And we'll be using them during our practice today. And so having 1 block with you, actually grab your other block or cushion as well. We'll be using 2 during the seated sequence. And what we're going to do is hold our block in our hands. And we're going to gently move our shoulders down away from our ears. And then we did this in one practice before, where we really engage the muscles of our arms, specifically our bicep. We all know that muscle. It's like when you do that little bicep curl, we feel that muscle. But also we want to firm the outer upper arm, our tricep muscle right here. So when we press into the block, we feel the engagement points of our palm, the inner and outer heel of the hand, and also the mount of your index and pinky finger. As you press into your block, you can feel that just as you do that with your fingertips free in front, but feeling as you press your palm and those contact points into the block, you can feel those outer and inner upper arm muscles turning on, your bicep and tricep. Now with that, let's extend the block in front, shoulders down, again, keeping the spine tall, feet are rooted into the floor, keeping your core muscles activated that we just did during that breath practice. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, once again, feeling the belly pulling back. Now on this inhale, we're going to gently lift that block up. Maybe it's just like 45 degrees in front, shoulders down away from the ears, but keep pressing into that block. Really important to get those arms active. Can you once again check chin, shoulder to shoulder, and then take another breath in here, squeeze a little bit more. Beautiful. Exhale, gently lower that block down. And now from here, take your arms out to the sides. Now, I'm going to gently shift so you can see the angle of my arms. Now, ideally we want the arms out like 90 degrees, but if you need to have them a little bit more forward as we do this, that's fine. Honor your shoulders, especially if they're tight or if, especially if they're hurting. I don't want you to hurt during your practice ever. But wherever you're at, try to lengthen your arms out as much as you can, widen like a big wingspan, if you will. If you can get that 90 degrees, beautiful. But otherwise, wherever you're at, make sure that your palms can rotate so that your palms are facing the floor. Now draw your shoulders down away from the ears once again. And that's a little bit more difficult to practice while we have those arms out. Imagine as you see that I have that cabinet behind me, and if I could just press into that with my arms as if I was pressing my arms into that ledge. Take another breath in here. Beautiful. Now as you exhale, take your arms, one arm across, give yourself a little hug. Remember which side is on top. We're just going to switch that. So now you're opening the space in between your shoulder blades. And now we're going to once again inhale, open the arms out. Now widen the arms as much as you can. Look up if that feels good. Opening that space. And now exhale once again, wrapping the opposite arm on top, giving yourself a hug. It doesn't matter if you can't reach your back, if you're more, holding the shoulders, that's fine, but give yourself that hug, opening the space in the back. And now once again, we're going to open that up. This time, once again, practicing that wingspan, if you will, shoulders down, and trying to keep that engagement, if you will, of pressing down so that both that bicep and tricep are turned on. So now what we're going to do, taking our block once again, grabbing your extra cushion or block as well. We're going to place that block in between our legs, in between our thighs. So you may need to come a little bit more forward in your chair. Now as we do that, once again, what I want you to focus on is squeezing into that block with your thighs. Really get those inner thigh muscles working. Now again, try not to roll the feet up. If you want to just feel the pressure of your feet pressing down into the floor, absolutely. But try to see if you can really press the inner and outer ball, inner and outer heel of your foot into the floor or your cushion so that you can feel that energy rising up your legs as well. Now taking our block once again into our hands as we practiced earlier, squeeze your thighs into that block, take a breath in here, belly strong, and now inhale, lift your block up, or your cushion. Settle the shoulders down. Once again, check your chin shoulder to shoulder, making sure that neck is okay, that it feels free, not tight. Press into your block a little bit more, both blocks if you will. Make sure you can wiggle your fingers. Take another breath in here. Beautiful. Exhale, gently lower that back down. Release that block. So, focusing on engaging our leg muscles, specifically those inner thigh muscles. We're going to continue that. That was just a little preview for some standing postures we'll be doing today. With that, let's come to standing. I'm going to turn my chair seat around so that my seat is facing me. So as I do that, I want to make sure that I can have that chair seat facing me. Again, if you need to keep that chair back facing you and you want to work higher for our opening half sun salutations, cat cow series, puppy dog, please do so. Again, honor your body. We all have different bodies. We all have limitations, whatever they may be. So please make this practice your own. Take this opportunity to set up your chair. Have your blocks nearby as well. And so with that, again, feeling all four corners of your feet, inner and outer ball, inner and outer heel. I like to flare my toes and my heels and really feel that press down effect. I feel energy rising up my legs, shoulders down, but again, my core is active. I can feel my belly turned on, if you will. And then with that, crown rises toward the ceiling like a string pulling up. With that, let's begin. Sun salutations, 2 rounds of arms only. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bringing them back down. Now I invite you to feel again the bicep and tricep muscle turning on as you have the arms out to the sides. Once again, shoulders coming down away from the ears for Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, turn the palms back out and feel the activation, focusing on those arm muscles. One more time, let's begin with hip movement as well. Inhaling here. Exhale. Hinge at your hips, bend into the knees, and bring your hands to the chair seat. Now from here, let your head hang. Make sure your feet are parallel and at least a hip's distance. And if you'd like to wiggle a little side to side, maybe shimmy, just shake it out if you need any movement. I like to do that before I come into my posture, my alignment. My shoulders are over my wrists. My hips are over my heels. And as I let my head hang, I want my neck to feel free. So from here, round up on your inhale, feeling that rise up in the mid-back for cat. Exhale for cow, and feel that belly once again pulling up toward the spine as you gaze forward and your tailbone moves back. Inhale. We're going to do 2 more rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling for cat. Exhale, pulling it through for cow. As you gaze forward, again, you want to keep the shoulders right over the wrists, the arms are straight, and you want to feel your collarbones broaden. One more time, inhale, rounding up. Exhale, belly pulls up and in. As your tailbone moves back, crown of the head looks forward. From here, we're going to bend the elbows, press up, root down through your feet. As you rise up through the arms, reaching up, fingertips reach. Exhale, turn the palms out. Now we're going to go through that series one more time. If you need to repeat some more of these salutations, please do so. Inhale. You can always pause the video and rejoin. Exhale, coming down, cascade toward your chair. Let your head hang. Once again, rounding up for cat. Feel that beautiful flexion of the spine. Exhale, gazing forward. As you feel now, extension of your spine. A nice flat back is what we want. I'm keeping a little bit more of a bend into my knees. If you have a little bit more straightness, depends on your hamstrings, your low back. Always protect your low back. As we exhale here, keeping a slight bend into your knees will help protect the low back in case it hurts or if it's a little tight today. And now from here, bend the elbows. Once again, pressing up. We're going to reach up toward the ceiling. Exhale. Now we're going to add on puppy dog into that sequence. Again, making it your own. If you need to repeat these sequences a little bit more, please do so. Inhaling here. Exhale. Coming back down. 2 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, round for cat. Exhale for cow. Pulling it through. Really feel your chest pull through. One more time, rounding. This is flexion, feeling that rounding up, peeking into the mid-back. Exhale, pull it through. Extend every vertebrae as much as possible. And now from here, we're going to step back. Either foot leads you into your opening puppy dog. Now, if you like to have a wider stance, as long as those feet are parallel, that's fine. You can have a wider stance for your puppy dog as you bend your knees and pull your hips back. Now, again, like we focused with our block exercise earlier, pressing the mound of the index and pinky finger into your chair seat or onto the chair back if you're using that to stay higher, which is perfectly fine. I want you to feel your bicep and your tricep, outer arm muscle turning on. But at the same time, you're rolling your shoulders out so that your neck feels free, so that you can gently move it no and then yes. And again, your knees are bent so that you can gently pull your hips a little further back, pulling your bum toward the sky or the ceiling, if you will. Take another breath in here. As you exhale, feel your belly pulling back toward your spine. Inhale, gazing forward. We're going to walk toward our chair. From here, one more round of cat-cow. Inhale, round. Exhale for cow. And then from here, bending the elbows, pressing up. And then exhale, hands come down. Let's come into a standing cobra. So really coaxing that spine, that tailbone down, if you will. I like to place my fingertips up. Some of you may want to have them down or make fists. The whole point of having your hands back is so that you can gently pull your elbows back at the same time as you're coaxing that tailbone down, so you can feel that gentle lift of the low belly, that pubic bone, as you feel that expansion across your chest. So this is standing cobra. So we can really feel a little bit more extension in the spine as well as an opening in the chest. Take a breath in here. Beautiful. Now as you inhale, gently roll the shoulders forward. One more time, we're going to go through an opening cat-cow puppy dog sequence and then move on to our postures. From here, as you gently gaze forward, reassess the shoulders, the posture of Tadasana, mountain pose, making sure your feet are parallel. And then once again, continuing on. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cascade, pull the hips back. Gently let your hands come down to your chair seat once again. Inhale, rounding up for cat. Exhale for cow. One more time, rounding up. Shoulders over the wrists, keeping those arms strong and straight. Exhale, coming into cow pose, gazing forward. And now from here, either foot steps back to lead you into puppy dog. Maybe you have a slightly narrower stance, it doesn't matter. Make sure you cannot see your heels, that you've disappeared your heels in a sense, as you're pulling your hips back, rolling the shoulders away from your ears, and then gently letting your head just hang between your arms, just letting it be free, if you will. And so again, the arms are strong, the arms are active. Taking another breath in here. Exhale, feel the belly pulling up and back. And now as you inhale, gazing forward, let's come back to our chair seat for one more time of cat. Exhale for cow. And then pressing up one more time, coming into Tadasana. As you exhale from Urdhva Hastasana. Beautiful, gazing forward. Now I invite you to please repeat a few more rounds of that sequence if you feel the need to further warm up. I'm going to move on to our standing sequence today. So with that, I'm going to turn my chair around so that I'm going to use the back of my chair for these standing sequences. Now, of course, as we progress, I'll guide you through any modifications or progressions you may want during your sequence. So once again, using one block or a firm cushion. We'll be using that for our sequence today. And if you'd like, you can keep another block onto that seat. But for right now, I'm just going to have my block available. Just put it right here for right now. So what we're going to do is stand up against our chair back so that we're about a foot away from the chair. And I want you to hold on to the back of the chair and lift up your heels, then gently lower them down. Now, as you do that, can you feel your belly strong and your shoulders still coming down and you're just feeling that balance point? That's why we're holding onto the chair, so we have that balance. Lifting up one more time, again, really activating those calf muscles, leg muscles as well. One more time, lifting up the heels. And now gently setting your heels down. Now, as you Now lift up your toes. Can you press those heels more firmly into the floor? One more time, lifting up. So now you're feeling the front, the shin muscles, feeling that work there. One more time, flaring. And now from here, having a slight bend into our knees, we're going to take our block and put it in between our thighs. So with that, squeezing once again your inner thighs into this block. We're going to practice Utkatasana, chair pose, using this block. So like we did in our beginning seated opening, where we learn to squeeze and activate our thigh muscles using the block. That's what we're going to use today during this standing pose. So holding on to my chair seat, keeping my feet parallel, I want to make sure now that I'm going to gently pull my hips back. And I'm just going to come slightly back, and my toes gently flare, and then I'm going to come back up, lifting my pubic bone up, low belly up. Once again, holding on. Maybe you need to reassess and gently bring your feet back a little bit more. I'm going to do that. And now as I, again, hinge at my hips, I'm going to pull my bum back and squeeze into that block. My toes are flaring. Again, lift the chest, and then press down through my heels as I come up. That's the important part. So just like as we flared our toes and really felt our heels pressing down, we want to feel that action. So again, moving your bum back. Beautiful. As you do that, making sure your knees never go past your toes, making sure they're really back, that you can see your toes. One more time, coming back up. So now, taking that block out, leaving it on the chair seat, shaking it out just a little bit, coming now into that same action without the block, but feeling that activation, if you will, in those inner thighs. Once again, pulling now, hinging at the hips, coming back. Again, really press the heels and the feet into the floor, and then gently rising up as you come up. So again, feeling that gentle work. You should not feel anything in the low back, the lumbar spine. You should feel a lot of work in your bum, legs, and belly. Coming down one more time. Beautiful, pressing down and lifting up. Now, using that once again, we're going to take the block inside the thighs, this time linking breath with our movement and some arm movement if you'd like to choose. So once again, I've got my block in between my legs, get it up in there, and now from here, squeezing into the block, you can feel a little bit more activation also in your glutes, in your bum. So with that, coming back, keeping a tall spine, let's go as we gently inhale, pulling your bum back. And now setting here for another breath. As you exhale, feel your belly pulling back. Now if you'd like to test, taking one arm off and another hand off the chair, back. Really feel one more breath in here, or you can keep your hands on the chair. And now gently, as you exhale, you're going to push down through the heels and lift that belly up. Beautiful. One more time, just like that. You can keep your hands on the chair back, or go with me and come more into that chair pose, Utkatasana. Here we go. Inhale, pull the belly back, bum goes back, belly lifts, feeling that work, core's active. Again, knees do not go past those toes. Really pull the bum back gently. Maybe you don't go as low as me, that's fine. Maybe you're not lifting your arms up, that's fine. But be where you are. Take another breath in here. Beautiful. Exhale, press down through the heels to lift up. Yes, excellent, everyone. All right, so now with that, I'm going to keep my block on my seat for right now, but I'm keeping my chair back facing me. So we're going to begin our standing sequence with Warrior 2 and coming into some more external standing poses. So this is slightly different than we've been used to with my other series of Warrior 1. So with that, we're going to take our right toes under the chair seat. Now, just like Warrior 1, we're going to pull our left foot back. However, I want you to imagine a tightrope, or a line, if you will, that goes from your front heel to the middle of your back arch, the middle of your left foot's arch. And with that, I'm holding onto the chair. I'm going to bend my front knee, just like we would in Warrior 1, directly over my heel. Now, this is different because we have our feet in this tightrope alignment. With that, I'm going to take my back hand on my hip and pull that back. So my left hand's pulling my hip back. And as I do that, I'm coming into this Warrior 2 stance. Now with that, I lift all four sides of my torso. You you can keep that hand on that chair for balance. And now that back leg is straight as strong as well. Now I'm pulling this back hip back, so I'm opening up towards you. So instead of facing my chair seat, I am facing you. So that's where we have a difference. The hips are opening out, hence an external pose. So as we do that, working the legs, really get into that alignment, feeling the work of both legs. Back leg straight and strong, front knee bent over that heel. And now from here, take a breath in here. Beautiful. We're going to turn toward that chair, exhale, and gently pull that front foot back. And now I'm going to stay high up here, but I can also take my hands for puppy dog onto my seat. Now you may have a solid back of your chair, so maybe during the sequence you may want to turn the chair if you're okay with your balance. You don't need the chair back for your warrior two or other standing poses, so you may have the chair just turned back around. I have the luxury of just using the chair seat from where I am. Take 2 more breaths here in your puppy dog. And now from here, we're going to do that again on the same side. So I'm going to lift up. Once again, as I come in from my puppy dog, I'm going to inhale, look forward, and I'm going to walk forward to my chair and set up once again. So my right toes are under the chair. I'm going to pull my left foot back. And then this time, once again, settling into that 90-degree angle. We're familiar with this style of having your legs as a foundation. It's just that our feet are on that tightrope. So now we pull that left hip back. And as we do that, we can feel the work of the legs and then the lift. Now, from here, taking our hands now to the hips, seeing if we can have that balance, that we can really keep the legs work and this body position active. Now, taking it into a full warrior two pose. Just like we practice with our arms out to the sides in our seated opening, we're now going to open our arms out into warrior two. Just like that ledge, imagining your arms were on this cabinet right behind me, and you're pressing down into that with your arms. Your bicep and triceps are strong. We gaze forward over that front hand, and this is Virabhadrasana 2, warrior two, friends. Take another breath in here. Beautiful. And now, as you exhale, we're going to take that back hand to that back hip. We're going to take this front hand to the chair seat. And now from here, we're going to gently straighten that front leg. Give it a break, give it a break. And now once more, bending into that front knee. Take your back hand to your back leg, and then gently lift that arm up. Or if you'd like to keep that arm on that chair back, please do so. But we're coming into a reverse warrior, opening up the side body. Now again, another modification, hand on that hip, and you just gently lean, or you can come out of that bend if the legs are getting tired. Just feel that nice side body stretch. Looking up or down depending on what works best for your neck. If you get a little lightheaded, always just gently look down, take a break. Coming back into, once again, that bend into the front knee. This is a lot of work, I know. And now from here, turning towards your chair seat, gently pull that front foot back, and now come into puppy dog. Again, you can stay high. There's nothing wrong with keeping your arms on the back of the chair and trying puppy dog this way. Pedal the knees if you need to. I know I'm just slightly out of frame. So I'll put my hands on the chair seat. And then at any point, those of you familiar with downward facing dog, please feel free to do so. Taking another breath in here. Beautiful. And now gazing forward, walking toward your chair seat, toward your chair, shaking it out. And now we're going to do that on the other side. So again, we prefaced with warrior two before the arms, working the lower body. I will be turned away from you. So we've already practiced this on one side. We're just taking now the other foot. My left is coming forward, and I'm just going to take my right foot back. So coming into that tightrope alignment once again. I really want you to see that my front knee is at a 90-degree angle right over my heel. And again, that front heel is lined up with my back arch. My back leg is strong and straight. Now, I'm holding onto the chair for that balance, but if you don't need to, take your hands to your hips. You want to take that back hip back a little bit further, lift up all four sides of your torso. And now from here, once again, working the legs, the active foundation of this pose of warrior two, taking a breath in here. And then let's come out of that gently, taking your hands to the chair, pull that front leg back, coming into puppy dog. Coming into this gently, warming up the legs first on each side. So I'm taking my time coming into this warrior two for our sequence. So you know where we're going. We're going to come into the full warrior two pose on this side once again. And once again, exploring a little bit more of a side body opening, feeling that nice side stretch. Breathe into your puppy dog though. Again, feeling the length of your hamstrings, keeping the bend as much as you need to. Protect your low back. Don't fight your hamstrings, friends. If they're tight, that's fine. Just bend your knees. Breathe into your puppy dog. One more breath. And then here we go, coming back up. Gently coming in toward your chair, taking now left toes forward, my left toes, and then right foot back. So as I'm bringing that knee right over that heel, again, my back is turned towards you. But again, pulling this back hip back, that leg is straight. And now from here, I like to take my hands to Namaste at the chest. If you need to have a hand on the chair, please do so. Otherwise, we're opening up into Virabhadrasana 2. My arms are working as if they're pressing against, think of the back of a couch even, or a window ledge. As you're working those arms, you're gazing forward over your front middle finger. Keeping that work of that knee right over the heel. Check your alignment. See if you need to sink in a little bit more. Move your inner knee out toward your pinky toe. And as you gaze forward, feel the work of Warrior 2. Take another breath in here. And now gently what we're going to do is take our back hand to that back hip, taking the hand once again to that chair. We're going to take a reprieve, straightening out that leg just gently. Don't lock out that knee. We're just giving it a break. A lot of work in those legs. And now from here, we're going to come into that reverse warrior. Once again, bring that knee right over that heel. And now coming into, if you'd like to come from full Virabhadrasana 2, beautiful. We're going to take our back hand to the hip and then lower that to the back of the leg. And then from here, opening up into reverse warrior. Now, as you do that again, if you need to take a little reprieve in that front leg, please do so. If you need to look down, absolutely okay. Or you look up toward the wrist or the elbow. If you want to sink a little deeper and challenge yourself, please do so, friends, mindfully. Take another breath in here. And then here we go back into warrior 2, bringing the other hand forward. And now from here, pulling that front leg back. Beautiful work. Really, really excellent, friends. I'm going to take my hands to my chair seat once again. And then from here, if you'd like, you can pedal your knees. Once again, move the head gently. Yes, no. And roll those shoulders out, friends. Your arms are active, absolutely. But please, make sure your neck is free. Make sure that head can just hang, that the shoulders aren't so tight. Roll them out to the sides. Take another breath in here. Beautiful. As you inhale, gaze forward, coming back to your chair, walking toward your chair seat. Before we go on to our next part, our last part of the standing series, I want you to hold on to the back of the chair once again and pull your shoulders back. Really feel the length. Once again, lifting up if you want, flaring toes, and just feel that pull of the chair against you. And now, continuing on. So this time, I'm switching back to my right foot is forward, and my left foot goes back. Again, the tightrope, where I have that heel lining up with my back arch. And now from here, I'm just going to bend right into that front knee. My legs are really warmed up for this. So I'm ready to move on to our next series, taking it into Warrior 2 once again. So with that, all four sides of the torso lift, shoulders down, namaste, and then let's open it up, keeping the shoulders level. And then from here, keeping the legs exactly as they are, gazing forward over your front middle finger. Welcome to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, beautiful. Take another breath in here. Be where you are. If that hand needs to be on the chair, you need to take a break, please do so. And now as we exhale, make a fist with that front hand. Let that forearm rest along the chair back. Take that back hand to the back hip. And now once again, reassess. Can you pull that back hip a little bit more back? And then opening your chest more toward me. Beautiful. Now this top shoulder needs to come back a little bit more. So think of it going up and back. As we do that, we're going to stay here for our side angle. Or if you'd like to join me, lift your chest And now from here, take your back arm out, and we're going to sweep it up along the horizon, if you will, and it goes overhead. Now, this is side angle Parsvakonasana. Again, if you'd like to go more into the full pose, please do so. But I'm going to show this modification here. If you need to look down, please do so. But feel that stretch. Again, opening the chest. Take another breath in here. If that arm was lifted, sweep it back the way it came along the horizon, as if someone was pulling your arm behind you. Come back up gently, 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 keeping the legs exactly as they are. One more time into our final warrior two on this side. Take a breath in here. Beautiful. Dropping the arms back down, taking that foot back, gently moving the hips back. Excellent work, everyone. Taking 2 more breaths in here in your puppy dog. Again, if you feel that downward dog is appropriate for you here, please go into that. Your legs have really been primed if you're ready for downward facing dog. Take another breath in here. And now once again, as you inhale, coming back up, we're going to do that same series on the other side. So now my back once again will be away, and so I'm going to take my left foot, line up that right arch in line with that front heel. So again, think of a tightrope, friends. Get into that alignment, front knee right over that heel. So the same thing here, setting up for your warrior two. Again, the side angle option is exactly what that is. It's an option. So with that, if you'd like to work more warrior two, please stay here. We're going to come into the full range of motion of warrior two, taking the arms out, making sure you can gaze right over that front middle finger. Breathe in here. One more inhale. Beautiful. Now, as you exhale, making that fist with the front hand, you're going to lay that forearm onto the back of the chair seat. Take your back hand to your back hip. And now from here, we're going to line up to where we feel that lift of the chest. Key here, this top shoulder moves up and back. So as I do that, I gaze up. As I'm ready, I take that arm, sweep it up, and I feel that opening in my chest. My legs are working. If you don't want to keep that arm up, you can keep it on that hip. That's perfectly fine. Move that shoulder up and back. Feel the opening across your chest, friends. One more time, wherever you're at in your Parsvakonasana, take another breath in here. And then gently bringing that back down, hand to the hip. Once again, coming into warrior two, final warrior two on this side. Beautiful. Lower the arms, hands to the chair. One more time, puppy dog, last one. Here we go. Breathe into your puppy. And if you'd like, you can take a puppy dog twist. And that's where I take my right hand to the outside of my left shin. I look under my left arm. And then I switch, I replace that hand back. I take my left hand to the outside of my right shin. I look underneath my right arm. Breathe into that. If you need to have that hand higher onto the thigh, that's perfectly fine. Get the stretch that works for you. And then one more time, taking that hand to the back of the chair, lifting up. Here we come, back to the chair seat. And now once again, standing here, let's turn the chair seat around one more time. I'm going to move my block. And now from here, coming into one more sequence of cat-cow. From here, inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, pull the hips back. Now see the difference. Here we go. Hands to the seat, rounding up for cat. Exhale for cow. We're going to do that one more time. Feel your tailbone really move back, flat back. Inhale, rounding. Feel the flexion of your spine. Shoulders over the wrist, hips over heels. Exhale, gently pull it through, gazing forward. Beautiful. From here, bend the elbows, lifting up, coming back with hands to namaste, pulling it through the heart center. Gently close your eyes. Calm your breath. Notice how you feel. You've done beautiful work so far. Beautiful practice, friends. And then gently on your next breath, release your hands, blink your eyes open. And now from here, we're just going to gently come into one standing stretch. So I'm going to widen my feet, and they're parallel. So my toes are facing you. So I'm going to mirror you this time. I'm taking my left hand onto my left hip, and I'm going to take my right arm up. Now, as I inhale, lift this up, I'm going to drop my shoulder down, and I'm going to gently lean, and I either look down or I look up, depending on how my neck feels. But I want you to feel that nice, gentle opening in the side body stretch. Really feel this in the right side body. So as you feel that stretch, looking up or down, it's kind of the cherry on top. Just notice how you feel. Breathe into that stretch. And then as you inhale, press down through that left foot to help you rise up. Gently turn that arm out, coming down. And again, now taking that right hand on that hip, we're going to inhale, lift the arm of the left arm up, and then settle that shoulder down always. And then begin your lean. It doesn't have to be too dramatic. I just want you to feel that nice side body opening, feeling that stretch. And whether you look up toward the elbow or down, it doesn't matter. Really feel the press more through the right foot so you can really feel that opening. Grounding through both feet, but really feel as if you need to anchor a little bit more in that opposite foot. Take another breath in here. Beautiful. As you inhale, rising up, turn that palm out, coming down. And now coming to our chair seat, let's grab one block just in case. So I have long legs, so I won't need the block, but I'm going to demonstrate with it for those of you who may need it. So we're just going to come to the final part of our practice in the chair, and I'm just going to show you a stretch that we're going to do, basically a lunge stretch in our chair. And this is available to you at any time. So again, feeling a nice stretch, again, in our hip flexors, if you will. And just like a runner's lunge, we can do that in the chair, getting the benefits of that stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hips a little bit more forward. And I'm going to turn out so that I have my right foot now turned out. And I'm holding onto the back of my chair with my right arm. So I can take this left foot back. Now, my legs are long, so I can really feel this 90-degree angle and my foot press into the floor. If your foot is lifted, then take that block or your cushion and make sure your foot is grounded, that it can have that press down into the floor or into a block to feel that surface. Now, how far this leg goes back is up to you. I can move it back a lot more so that I'm out of frame, but it doesn't matter. Feel the stretch that works for you. You want to feel that stretch here in that back leg so that you can feel the stretch in this hip flexor. Really getting in that stretch there. Again, the more you finagle that leg back, the more you can feel that stretch. Lifting up once again, all four sides of our waist. If you'd like, you can get fancy and lift that the left arm up. Take a breath in here. Beautiful. Exhale, drop that down. Now, carefully holding on to your chair, bend that knee, back knee, bring it in. Matching the knees, now hold on to the back of the chair, hold on to your chair seat, and then swivel your hips, and you're going to move to the other side. So again, one bum is off, the other is on. I'm going to leave my block there. Again, if you need to use the block to have that as like a little footstool, please do so. So I'm going to hold on with my left arm, the back of the chair for stability. And so my left bum is on the seat, but my right bum is off so that my leg can extend back. So that's how I can get the stretch in the hip flexor. So there's negative space, if you will. So again, if you need that block to place underneath your front foot, please do so. Again, how far back that foot goes is up to you. But I want you to feel that stretch again here. Now maybe you're more this way and you can really feel that. Everyone's body is different, so do what works best for you. Again, lifting up, really important, keeping that spine tall. If you like, lifting that right arm up. Just to feel the lift, feel it beautifully energizing through the entire lift, through your fingertips. Take another breath in here. Beautiful. Now as you exhale, lower that down, draw that foot back in. Holding onto your chair for stability, matching the knees, and then gently swiveling back forward. And then one more time, just kind of shaking out the feet. Shaking out, if you will, just kind of like as if you were squeezing into that block again, but just releasing the inner thighs, releasing the hips, moving the feet, moving your toes, and then coming now to seated into our chair to close our practice. I invite you, if you're familiar, to come into Shavasana onto the floor, or to end your sequence with a meditation, or both. Just because I don't demonstrate them in these practices for you does not mean that I don't encourage you to follow up with them after your practice. So please, I invite you to enjoy a beautiful Shavasana lying on the floor, making yourself comfortable. You've certainly earned it. Or to take this time and come into a gentle, quiet meditation, whatever suits you. Bringing our hands to Namaste, prayer position at the heart. Close your eyes and feel the beautiful, gentle pulsation of life move through you, through your breath, through your heartbeat. I want to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to lead you in your practice today. It is always an honor and a privilege. And I thank you all for watching. The light in me recognizes and honors that same brilliant, beautiful light in each and every one of you. I humbly bow before you. Namaste.